Hello and welcome to Delightful, Delicious, Delovely. My name is Christina Lees and today I am going to be making kind of a whole meal. I'm going to be making a southern chicken fried cauliflower with smashed potatoes and white gravy. I will also supply a recipe for Delta dipping sauce, which I think is from Popeyes or one of those chicken places, but I found a copycat recipe for their Delta dipping sauce. I'm not going to make it because it's mayonnaise based and I don't want to eat it because it's delicious, but fried cauliflower is as bad as I'm going to get today. But I will include the Delta dipping sauce in the notes below. So I want to start with the white gravy. I'm going to melt 2 tablespoons of, this is 4 tablespoons. Hold on, I need a knife. Okay, I just need 2 tablespoons of this Earth Balance buttery sticks melted in a pot. And then, oh shoot, I need a towel too. Towel, okay. So we all prepared. This is sort of a funny story behind how this recipe came about. I posted it a couple of years ago. I had a boyfriend back then who was, I've mentioned him a few times, he's a rabid meat eater. And loved fried chicken, and I was just inspired to make this fried cauliflower for myself so I could pretend I was, I could join him in a decadent southern meal. And I posted this on my blog years ago too, so this is not news to my friends, but he was a bit of a pothead, and I got a license for a weed license here in LA, and hold on, I gotta saute now. I chopped up 1 large shallot that I'm going to now saute in here until it gets soft. I'm also going to add, this is 1 veggie bouillon cube that I'm going to add in there and let it dissolve in the butter too. So we found, first of all, I don't know if people know, but they deliver weed. It's legal. You can go on these collective, the collectives are called, I guess. I mean, this girl is 25-year-old girl came over here with a big cooler full of weed things, like actual weed to smoke, which I'm not a pot person at all. I don't tolerate it at all. I don't like it. But she had all these edibles and iced tea and all this crazy stuff, and I was having trouble sleeping, and so my boyfriend suggested that I get some, I don't know, sativa, indica, I don't know, whichever the one is the one that makes you sleepy, get some. And I got a chocolate peanut butter truffle thing. And like a month later, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go to bed early and I'm gonna take a quarter or a third of this truffle thing and I'm going to eat it and have a peaceful night's sleep. So I did that. I ate it, and at about 8 o'clock at night, fell asleep probably by 8:30, and then I woke up at midnight so high. I was on acid. It was insane. I was completely freaked out and totally paranoid, and I was certain that something devastatingly terrible was going to happen. And in my mind, the worst thing that could possibly happen is something bad to my dogs. Moxie, stop barking! So I began to fear that I was going to hurt my dogs, that I was going to throw them off the balcony or something. Not that I wanted it to happen, but that was the worst possible thing I could imagine happening. And so I laid in the bed, what do I do? How do I protect them? Do I go put them in a different room while I'm sleeping? Do I sleep downstairs? Then I became paranoid that I was feeding it, all my thinking about it was feeding it too much energy, and that I was going to make it more likely to happen. I ended up actually sleeping on my stomach on top of my hands. That's going to do anything. And of course I didn't kill my dogs. But I woke up in the morning still completely tripping, like an acid trip. I went to call my boyfriend and the phone was trailing, and I was so outrageously, incapacitatedly high that I couldn't even drive. I couldn't leave my house until 4 o'clock the next day. I was in here all the live long day, and this is what I did. I cooked all these things. I cooked a buffalo mac and cheese, this fried cauliflower, the gravy, the potatoes. I cooked all the live long day, just because of weed. All right, now I'm going to add a quarter of a cup of flour to this and whisk it in. All right. And now I'm going to add, this is 1.5 cups of my favorite kind of almond milk. I'm going to add it in increments. to make a thick gravy. It was really terrible. It was a really horrible experience, and of course I didn't eat anything. I'd never do it again. I must have, when he came to town the next time, I must have given him the rest of that thing, and yeah, it was a really horrific experience. I don't know how people do it. I don't know how people can take the pot. I am not among them. It was a very, really scary experience. I'm such a lame dork. That's why I'm going to stick to my new favorite drink, by the way. This is a peppered muddled strawberry gin and tonic. Oh my God. Absolutely my favorite drink now. I'll have to do a recipe for that soon. Okay. It's funny how easy all these things are to convert. I don't know if you know that I have a blog, a food blog called Delightful, Delicious, Delovely. It's been up for 5 years. I think I started it July 5th, 5 years ago. And this gravy's almost done. It's really thick, actually. I'm going to dump it. And you can see, it really comes down to how thick you like your gravy. I'm going to finally add a pinch of dry sage, half a teaspoon or so. And salt and pepper, and that's it. That's your white gravy. You cook it down to the thickness you like. Some people like a thicker gravy. Some people like a more watery gravy. But it's done. And this would be really good over biscuits, too. You can make vegan biscuits and gravy. It's pretty yummy. And some salt. And that is it. That's the gravy recipe. In the oven right now, I have a couple of red potatoes baking. I'm going to bake when they're done. I'm just going to smash them up with some of this combination of things. This gravy is pretty much done. I like where it sits. I'll show you. Yeah. That's it. It is done. So I'm going to put this on the stove aside, and I'm going to set myself up to make the, what am I going to make next? I'm going to make the, I guess I'll make the smashed potatoes. I'll be back. Okay, I changed my mind. The next step I'm going to do is to bread the cauliflower. I cut a single head of cauliflower into florets, little drumsticky things, and I wet them. And now I'm going to make the dredging situation. I'm going to, in this bowl, this is the wet bowl, I have a 1/4 cup of water. This is what they tell me on the box. I've never done it without real eggs, so this may not work. We'll see. The recipe I made back in the day, I used actual eggs. This is this egg replacer stuff that I think you can get it at Walmart. I don't know where I got it. I don't go into Walmart, so I don't know where I got it. But anyway, this is this egg replacer stuff that I'm going to put in with the water. It worked in brownies, so maybe it'll work here for us too. Let's hope. All right. So that's, and then I need, this is half a cup of this. This is Frank's Red Hot or Frank's Buffalo sauce. It's half a cup of that. That is the wet bowl. All right, whisk that together. Okay. The egg isn't broken up very well, but I don't care. All right, in the other bowl, in the dry bowl, I'm going to add 2 cups of flour. That's 2 cups of flour. Excuse me, I'm still recovering from an illness. I'm going to add a teaspoon each of his pepper, teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of either smoked paprika or chili powder, whatever you have. This is smoked paprika. Teaspoon of garlic powder. Oops, shoot, that was more than that. All right, teaspoon of garlic powder. And a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Call that a teaspoon. And then you whisk the dry ingredients together. All right. Now, my cauliflower is already wet. I wet it. I just rinsed it off from the sink so it would be wet. I'm going to toss it in the flour. This is going to be messier. Tossing it in the flour mixture. I'm going to put it into the wet mixture. It's more flour than I need, actually. I don't know why I have so much freaking flour, but who cares? All right, now I'm going to get it all in this wet mixture. It's kind of nice it's got a pink color because you can see whether it's getting all the spots. All right, and then back in the flour again. So I looked up the difference between fried chicken always cracked me up. I'm like, why a fried chicken? So I looked up what the difference is. Apparently a proper fried chicken, it has to have some kind of a breading on it, like breadcrumbs or panko or something bready. When it's just dredged in flour like this is called chicken fried. So if you chicken fry a steak, for example, which I've actually never even had, this would be how you do it. And proper fried chicken, again, has to have panko or something. So here we are. This is the cauliflower, all double dredged and in the hot sauce. I think the egg thing worked out pretty great. You may not even need it. You could probably do it just a buffalo sauce and period, you know. Buffalo sauce has got some texture to it. It's got some sticking power because it's kind of thick. All right, I'm a big mess. I'm going to clean up, but I'll be right back. Okay, now we're at the smashing potatoes stage of the recipe. Here I have 6 or 7 red potatoes that I baked in the oven at about 450 for about a half an hour. They actually smell and look really wonderful the way they are. You could just eat them like this, salt and pepper, and you're good to go. But I'm going to smash them, because that's what I said I'd do. But mashed potatoes are a very personal thing. Everybody likes them different ways. Some people like them lumpy, some people don't. Some people like them really wet and mushy, like they spread like creamy. Other people like them drier and, more chunky and hard. Some people don't like the skins on. I leave the skins on. This is 2 tablespoons of vegan butter. I might need a knife for this. I'm going to add some salt and pepper. And then just as much milk as I need, almond milk here, as I need to get it to be a nice consistency. Adding salt and pepper here. You could add, again, I'm sure everybody, there aren't many people in the world that don't have their own recipe for mashed potatoes, but here we go. I'll put a little bit of milk in there to start. And I'm just going to smash it. You could do it with a mixer. You could do it, you could put them in you could boil these things and make your life easy. I'm doing it the old school way. Pardon me while I do this. And that's that. So that's the mashed potatoes. You'd season them to taste. You could put some, whatever you put in there, onion powder, garlic powder, roasted garlic, all kinds of things go in there. Yeah. Okay. Let's probably use a little bit more milk. Then we'll be done here. And then our final step will be just to fry up the cauliflower. See, it seems like a lot of work, but you see how fast it's coming together here? It's really not a big deal. Okay. I like how these look. All right. Put these aside. Get a pan of oil. Okay, now onto the spicy southern chicken fried cauliflower. I have just a bunch of just cheap Smart and Final brand restaurant supply store here. Vegetable oil. It's a lot of it. It's about an inch deep. Show you. All right, you want to make sure it's really hot enough before you put it in, because if it's not hot enough, your cauliflower is going to soak up all the oil, and you want it to you want it to fry, like bubble it and seal everything in. I also have this splatter guard with me just in case, because I have a healthy fear of boiling oil. All right, here we wait. Okay, I think it might be hot enough now. I'm just going to stick 1 in there and see what happens. Not quite hot enough. The good thing about this is it's a big enough pan that I can get all this cauliflower in there in one batch. One of these guys is pretty big. I'm going to cut this in half. You want to have them be small enough that even though half of this will be not breaded anymore, but oh well. Small enough that they cook through, the cauliflower cooks through without burning the outside of it. It has to be ready now. Let's see, I'll take another little piece and see what happens. Yeah, that looks good to me. I'm going to put them all in here now. I've got a plate off to the side here where I have a clean plate with paper towels on it to drain these guys. Just enough room. Just enough room. Wow, they almost don't even need to be turned. They fit like they're submerged. That's good news. Be nice to get them all equally. Wow. That's it really. When this is done, I'm going to plate them. I'm going to put them on here to drain with paper towel to drain. And I'm going to serve this shit up. So the moral of the story today, kids, is unless you're professional, you shouldn't be eating the pot. And if you do eat the pot, really, eat the tiny piece. Because, good Lord, I was psychotic on that stuff. All right, I'll let this go for like 5 minutes and I'll be back. Remember Florence Henderson? She was doing a Wesson ad and she'd be frying chicken and she had to sing that ridiculous song about the chicken having a certain Wessonality. That always struck me as rather absurd. The chicken has a certain Wessonality. Singing those ridiculous lyrics. What does that even mean, Wessonality? Do you want to taste oil when you're eating fried chicken? I don't think you do. I don't know. Somebody got a lot of money for coming up with that idea, though. So good for them. I think it's ridiculous. This is looking good. All right, need some more time. I'll be back. Takes a long time. Phew, okay, that took forever. That was like 10 or 15 minutes. Look at that though. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. So I'm going to take the stuff out of here gently so I don't knock the breading off. Drain it. Put this down. And that's really it. I'm going to put these guys on let them drain for a little bit, and then I'm just going to plate it all up. I'm going to plate it with the mashed potatoes and some white gravy. Probably could use a vegetable side, eh? It's all like white food, white, beige, the stuff that you're not supposed to be eating. But you know what? It's cauliflower, so yeah, there's some oil involved. It's cauliflower, and that's it. So I'm going to bid you adieu. I'm going to turn this, I'm going to get rid of this pan because it's freaking me out. There you have it. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? It smells good too. So yeah, that's it. That is my recipe for a spicy chicken fried cauliflower with mashed potatoes and vegan white gravy. My name is Christina Lees. This is Delightful, Delicious, Delovely. I hope you will subscribe and maybe click the like button if you like this recipe. Don't click the don't like button if you didn't like it. And follow me maybe on Instagram or on Twitter. These are my handles. And that's it. All right. Have a great day. Thanks for coming. Until next time. Bye-bye.